Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Antasia semi-flush. This is going to be the 124710. So lots of Antasia fixtures from Hubbardton Forge you should check out. There are table lamps and floor lamps and pendants that will go with this quite well. Let's get into the glass to begin with, and this is going to be offered in two different types of glass. One is Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, which is kind of an opaque milky white, and I'll talk a lot more about opal glass later in the video. The other one is called sand, and sand is a bit more organic. It's kind of a camel tan color. It's like a light coffee ice cream or sand on the beach, and that is going to be another one that you can use. They're both quite beautiful. You know, so one's a little bit more traditional, a little bit more rustic than the other one's a little bit more contemporary, but they're both awesome. Let's talk about the size of the fixture, 9.3 inches on height, and that's going to be from the very bottom to the ceiling itself, and the diameter is coming in at 23.3. The glass on this is 18.5 inches in diameter, and that's coming in at 4.25 inches tall. When we talk about canopy up in the ceiling, it's coming at 5 3/4 inches in diameter. It's round. It's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have on your ceiling already. The fixture itself is not that heavy. It's only 8 pounds, so it can just hang from a standard J box without any problems. I want to show you a little bit more information about all of that, and how we're going to do it is to take a quick peek at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, how to put it together, which is very simple. It's going to show you some nice line drawings, schematic drawings of the top of this fixture, the canopy, and what it looks like and how it goes onto your junction box. So always look for those if you guys can have a chance to do that. Why don't we talk about what you can get out of this as far as light goes and lamping. It's going to be using one medium base socket facing down, just a regular screw-in bulb. An A19 is the size that we're going to be using for this. And an A19 is just a regular bulb we all grew up with. If you want to go incandescent, you can still do that up to 100 watts. You can still find those bulbs out in the world. And again, A19. Now, if you wanted to go LED, lots of options for you. You can do an LED like this one, which is an old school one with a plastic cover on it. Or I kind of prefer these nowadays because they're getting more and more popular. The clear ones are called phosphorus LEDs. Some people just call them clear. Remember, it's going to be in A19 in this because you only have so much clearance to get that glass in, and it's going to be, you know, your glass is kind of coming in under here, so you can't go much bigger than this, but you can still get a ton of light out of these A19s as LEDs. I can find this in a 60 watt equivalent, a 75 watt equivalent, and I have found this at a 100 watt equivalent on Amazon. So if I can find it, you can find it as well. And the light coming out of this is going to be offered to you in all kinds of different ways as far as the color of the light goes, and we talk about that in every video. 2700 Kelvin, super yellow like the setting sun. They're also going to offer these bulbs to you in something called daylight, which sounds like it should be like sunlight and warm, but it's not. Daylight is going to be 4,000 and 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. It's also a bluish white light like an overcast day or like a convenience store. Just kind of keep an eye out for that. Now, what we like to use in our showroom, we mention it all the time, is warm white, soft white. And that's a nice light coming down on this table. So this is a warm white, soft white, 3,000 Kelvin LED that's right above me, casting all this really nice light. So we like to use. So my take would probably, I would probably go for a 100 watt equivalent if I could, at least a 75 watt equivalent. Easy to find. You can pick up a 4-pack of these at Home Depot quite easily, and I like their house brand, just so you know, but I do see them at other places like Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Walmart, all over the place. Even my grocery store in Vermont sells these. So if I can get them in a grocery store in Vermont, you can get them everywhere. If you need it to be dimmable, just make sure you get that. And then tell your installer you're putting a dimmable LED. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.